Hey, today we wanted to show you some wall-mounted outdoor fans that we got for our patio area. We love to sit out here and hang out and visit and things like that. But in Texas, which we're in North Texas, in the summer it's almost next. So I'll apologize now. This is the second video in a row that we've had some audio difficulties with, and we lost our audio. So you're going to see me talking and hear me talking, and it's not always going to match up. But what I was going to say is it's almost next to impossible to sit out on this patio in even late June in North Texas, June, July, August. It's just unbearable out here, even though we've got a pergola with shade and all of that. So we found these fans on Amazon. This particular one is an 18-inch fan made by Vivor, I believe is how you say it, and I'll put a link in the description. And the fan itself comes with all the mounting hardware, the bracket, the anchors, everything. It also has a fairly short cord on it. The cover that you saw me just now take off does not come with it, but you can also get those on Amazon, and I'll put a link to those. And where I mounted these under the eave of the house, they're going to be kind of protected from the weather, but I wanted to go ahead and have a cover that I could put on them when I needed to. The fan itself, we've got one of them up, and I'm going to go through mounting the other one here in just a second. But you can see it's directional. You can tilt it up and down, and then both left to right, sideways. And the fan itself has 3 speeds. The blades are metal, and we really like it. And I'm going to step you through next on how I mounted these on my patio, and we're going to get the other one mounted. So what I'm doing first is just making sure I like the placement. I've got plenty of clearance under the eave of the home. This bracket does require 3 mounts, and I opted to use all 3. And I've just got a small torpedo level, and I'm checking to make sure that the bracket is level plumb, on the wall. And I'm just taking a red Sharpie and marking where I'm going to have the 3 holes placed that I'm about to drill with the hammer drill. So in our case, I mounted or opted to mount these to a brick wall that's on our patio, and because of that, I had to use a hammer drill to put some anchors, holes in the wall for the anchors. And here I'm just installing those anchors, and then I'll come back and attach the bracket. So that's what you see me doing here. So next it's time to attach the bracket, and we've got our anchors in the wall, and I'm using my impact driver to secure the lag screws into those anchors that hold the bracket. And again, just checking for level and making sure that everything is straight, and that I like the way it's looking and the way it's mounted. And really just making sure that it's good and secure to the wall, because like I mentioned, in this case this thing is 14.6, nearly 15 pounds. So it's fairly lightweight, but again, it's a little bit heavy. So next, what I'm showing you is how to actually attach the fan housing to the bracket. And the instructions that the booklet that comes with the fan suggests mounting it below like this, but it greatly reduces the amount of travel that you have when you're adjusting the fan left to right. So we looked at it and opted to mount ours on top of the bracket, and it comes with a really good bolt and a spacer, and then a lock washer, flat washer, nut, and then even a safety cotter pin that you install. And so that's what I'm showing you here, and that's what I'm doing. You could mount it below and it would be fine, but again, it limited how far we could turn the fan itself left to right. And depending on what we were doing on the patio at the time, we want to be able to turn it, pretty far to either all the way to the right, or maybe all the way to the left, because we also use the area out here adjacent to where one of these fans is for outdoor grilling and things like that. So we wanted it to be be able to use that fan there as well. So here what I'm showing you is I put the flat washer, the lock washer, and the nut on here. And then you want to go ahead and secure it, pretty good with a wrench and get it fairly tight. It's not going to be locked down necessarily because of that rubber spacer on top, because you still want to be able to pivot it right to left for that adjustment. And then once you get that nut secured in place, there's a hole in the bolt where you actually put the cotter pin in. And that cotter pin, if installed correctly, make sure that if that nut does vibrate loose for whatever reason, because this thing is really, putting out some RPMs when it's on high, the cotter pin makes sure that that nut doesn't back all the way off of that bolt, and that comes loose, which wouldn't be good. So that's what I'm showing you here, is installing that cotter pin. So what I'm going to do next is actually attach the fan to the power. And on our patio, we didn't have any outdoor outlets. And another video that I just recently did that's already up on the channel is we had 2 porch lights, and we found some porch lights that actually have a GFCI outlet in the light housing. So I installed those, and I know it's not ideal, but for now we're able to undo the cord on the fan and go over and plug it right into the bottom of these porch lights. And it's pretty neat and an easy way for us to get power. Again, I know it's not ideal. There really should be a dedicated outlet there for these fans, but this works for us for now. And these things are really great. They help put out move quite a bit of air. They cut down on the amount of flies and the mosquitoes that we have, and we really like them. So thanks for stopping by and checking out the video. We hope you like this. Give us some comments and feedback, and thanks for checking us out.